Thank you very much. Like he said, my name is Marco. I do live in Austria, but originally I come from Serbia. And in Serbia, we play a little game. You know this game, Escape the Room? Yeah, in Serbia, it's called Escape the Fucking Country. It's a very difficult game, actually. It's very popular in a lot of Eastern Europe countries, and a lot of people are gathering in Austria and Germany to celebrate life, the winners who won this game. People think I chose Vienna because of quality of life, but that's not the truth. I chose Vienna because the bus ticket was cheaper than to go to Germany. And I stayed because of the unfriendliness, most unfriendly city in the world. That's exactly what I like. They stay the fuck away from me. Yeah. Now, I don't know if you have been following the news in the recent time. For 8 months, there had been protests going on in Serbia, and this topic has been discussed in the European Parliament. And the only ones who supported President Vučić were Viktor Orban, Marine Le Pen, FPÖ, and AfD, or as I like to call them, the House of Slytherin. Actually, I don't know if when they were discussing this in the European Parliament, did they mention like the connection between the criminals and the Serbian politicians? Because a couple of years back, they discovered a marijuana plantation in Serbia. They even caught a government official there, and a journalist approached him. So the guy was like, "What? I thought these were tomatoes." Well, I think he had to do a little catch-up. And then the police caught up with him, and now it's a joint venture. There you go, right there. Yeah, but the situation is not talked about enough in the media because in Serbia, people want to think there's a democracy, but there isn't a democracy. There's a modern dictatorship. And a modern dictatorship is actually kind of like soft porn because you know you're getting fucked, you just don't see it happening. It's only later when you feel the pain in your ass. But I have been going through an identity crisis. I've been living in Austria for 10 years, so I wanted to do the MyHeritage thing. Have you heard about the MyHeritage DNA test? And I found out I was 60% Balkans, 26% Greek Albanian, which explains why I'm always in a state of inner conflict. And I finally realized. I thought I was 100% Serbian, but it turns out that a couple of my great-grandmothers were fooling around with Greeks and Albanians. So. Well, yeah, yeah. But I've been talking to a lot of people who did the MyHeritage test, and it turns out nobody's 100% anything except the racists. They're 100% idiots. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I've been going through life in Austria very bravely. I managed to seduce an Austrian woman. She was my girlfriend for more than a year. She actually wanted me to do dirty talk in German during sex. And I did it because I'm such a good person. And then she did something she should not have done. During sex, she corrected my grammar. So now I have a very strong fetish for German irregular verbs. When I hear the words gegossen, geschossen, that's what I love. It's what turns me on, yeah. Yeah, but for those of you who don't know, the parliament's president of Serbia is a lesbian. Did you know this? Yeah, it's a news flash for you. But my mother doesn't have a problem with the parliament's president being a lesbian. She has a problem with the parliament's president having a Croatian grandfather. So lesbian is okay, but Croatian, we gotta be careful with that. I told her it's only her grandfather. She said, yeah, I know, but even this 1/4 can be dangerous. Yeah. But my mother, she's a little homophobic. Every time I try to defend the LGBT community, she's like, how can this be? Like God created the man to be with the woman to be with the man. I don't understand these times. And I arranged for her to visit me in Vienna during Pride Month. And we were going for a walk. We were next to Karlskirche, and a lot of people were driving by on bicycles, completely naked. And my mother's first comment was, oh my God, I can see his balls. And I told her, what's the matter, Mother? That's exactly what God wanted. God created us to be naked. Well, I guess my mother wasn't prepared for the naked truth. So I'm going to leave you with this. When I was going to college, there was a guy there. The first Pride Parade was held in 2012 in Belgrade, and there was a guy in my college who went to the parade to throw stones at them. And I told him, what is your problem? Why do you do this? And he was like into a rant, wait, they should be ashamed of themselves. And I said, don't you think you should be ashamed of yourself just for being Serbian? 7 years later, he visits me in Vienna. It turns out this guy wants to marry me in a gay marriage so that he can get the papers to work in the European Union. And of course I said no, because first of all, he didn't get down on one knee. And second, he didn't buy me a ring. And if you want a piece of this ass, you got to invest a little money. That was my time. Thank you very much.